Hello, YouTube. Today we're going to cover one stretch. It's called the Bretzel. Not pretzel with a P, but Bretzel with a B. Why? It's too long a story. Thing is, it's a great stretch. We're going to start side lying. I'm going to get on my left side. Okay? So, on my left side, my left arm, left leg are underneath me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right leg, my right knee, and I'm going to bring it up in front of my stomach or chest. And the key is I want my knee higher towards my head than my hip. So I don't want it down here. This would be, I want to get it up here, right? See the bend. Now the bottom arm is going to become the anchor for that knee. Knee is on the floor. It's going to stay on the floor, right? Now the bottom leg and the top arm aren't doing anything. Well, let's bring them together. So I'm going to grab the top of the foot and I'm going to start to pull that leg behind me. Now I'm doing it by pulling with my arm, but I'm also using the glutes to help pull the hip behind me. Now, as I do that, you feel like you're going to roll back. Now, if your neck's really jacked up, shoulder's really jacked up, you may want to put a pillow here, but you want to be able to get your head all the way down to the floor. I got the foot, so top arm, bottom foot, bottom arm, top knee, and I'm going to pull. I'm trying to get this shoulder down to the floor without this knee coming up. Start looking over your shoulder. And again, if you're uncomfortable in the neck, put a pillow there or a yoga block, whatever you need. Diaphragmatic breathing, key. Get a big belly breath in, let it out. See if you can't fall a little deeper into that stretch. Now you can also squeeze the glute and pull on that leg, really get it cranked back. Now a big stretch in the front thigh on that back leg. I got a lot of stretching going on through here, through here. Now, when you're ready to switch sides, take your time. Slow down. Find neutral. Just gently find this and hang out there for a half a minute. Let your spine acclimate. We just did a lot of stretching. Now I'm going to flip over on my right, and I'm going to show you this from the back side so you can see some of what's going on with the arms and the legs. Now, if you've ever been to a chiropractor, you might almost be familiar with this position because they almost always do this adjustment where they get you on the table, you hug yourself like so, and then they're standing on top of you. They've got your knee blocked up and down, and they just drop their weight here, and your back goes crack. So we're doing the slow speed, safe version, right? So I brought my left leg, the top leg again, knee up above the chest, bottom arm is anchoring it to the floor. I'm going to reach back, I'm going to grab that foot. You can see this better now. So I'm actually using the hip to pull the leg behind me. So I didn't need my arm, I just squeezed the glute, and now the leg is all the way behind me. So I've got a stretch in the front thigh on that bottom leg, and I'm going to lay the head down and relax back. And try to find your breath here. Initially, you may have trouble breathing at all. You may feel a release in your ribs like I did a minute ago. A big breath in through the nose, fill the belly, let it out, and try to go deeper in the stretch. Look over that shoulder a little bit more. Now, some things you can do back here with the arm. I can pull on my foot and really stretch that quad, the front of the thigh. Or I can kind of kick through my hand. I'm still holding on. I'm going to push with my foot against that hand and watch. See, it pulls the shoulder down this way. And again, just breathe through it, relax, come back to center, and repeat if you like. And one of the cool things about stretching, one of the things that you should start to pay attention with in your stretching is your ability to create a stretch just using your muscles. We do this all the time in the basic kneeling hip flexor, but I was doing it here in the Bretzel. But when we do the kneeling hip flexor, for this stretch to really work, right, we got to squeeze the glute and get the pelvis tipped up, and then we get that stretch. It's not about just falling forward. There's no stretch here. Okay? So boom, boom. Now I've got that stretch started up through the hip, right? So I'm using these muscles, and if I do the reach, I'm pulling on this side. So I'm using my muscles to help stretch me. So as you're stretching, whatever you're stretching, think about using the opposing muscle to help stretch that muscle, right? If your biceps are really tight and your arms don't straighten at the elbow, right, then we can squeeze the tricep, right, and get that all the way back, and just doing this, great little stretch, right? And I'm just pulling my fingers back. Right? But using your muscles to create the stretch will enhance the stretching and actually, on a neurological level, make the stretches more effective. So whatever muscle you're stretching, if you're stretching a hamstring, back of the leg, squeeze the front of the leg as hard as you can. Try to pull that kneecap up, pull the toes up, 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 up. And you'll feel more stretch happen immediately down the back of that leg. So just an example, whatever you're stretching, squeeze the opposing muscle group. Vice versa, if I'm stretching the quad, I'll squeeze my hamstring and my glute to pull it back. Right? So try the Bretzel. Watch it again. Bretzel is good. It's a variation, I guess, on pigeon, but it's because it's side lying, it takes all the load off of your core, which allows things to relax a little bit better into the stretch. So give that one a try, and certainly send me questions if you're not sure. It can be a confusing stretch. Peace out.